Sasuke Uchiha during the Fourth Great Ninja War. He helped his brother fight against, Kabuto, right? Then he summoned he had Orochimaru summon the four Hokages, and he was like, "What's it mean to be a ninja? What's a village? Why the fuck did this shit happen?" And he's like, "You know what? Do I want to burn this shit to the fucking ground, or do I want to actually help in this war? And then like live to see the aftermath of this, and then like use my power as I want to, make sure like, or whatever, right?" This young man goes out there and he fights. He's helping Naruto fight against, the Ten Tails. You know, he didn't get his powers yet, um, but he does eventually, right? So Naruto ends up dying and shit because Madara comes back to life and he's using Ten Tails. And Hashirama was like, "You have to kill this guy. You have to stop this guy," because he was actually alive. But Madara proved to be a better combatant than Sasuke, before he got his amps and shit, right? But, he was like, damn, he ended up dying. He's like, fuck, I can't die. You're a fraud. You came back to life, but I'm the last. I'm actually the last Uchiha. But he ended up dying, right? Kabuto came there to keep him alive. And he seen Hagoromo, and Hagoromo was like, "You're the, reincarnation of my oldest son." And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He gets the power of the moon seal, right? And he gets the, six Tomoe, Rinnegan in one eye, and he has the other eye for his Sharingan, right? And he can still use all that shit, right? All those moves, and then he has new moves he can use. He can switch spots with, shit, right? Like a swap technique. Kind of like Shambles and kind of like Boogie Woogie, that move. I don't remember what it's called, but he got that, shit on, right? Madara tried to take his eye. He was like, nah, man. Switch spots with him, and then Naruto and Sasuke, he used to move again to get him to like come in between them so he could seal him away. But Madara was a little bit fast. He got out of there. Um, he protected him, Kakashi, Obito, Naruto, and Sakura, right? So they wouldn't get put under the, infinite Tsukuyomi. He ends up fighting Kaguya, but he gets sent to another time space. He can't get back because he don't have Kamui. But they find him. Obito does, and he gets back. They're all in the same time space. She was just like, we'll fucking kill him at the same time. Um, Saved by Obito, he then, goes on the move to try to fight Kaguya. With the support of Kakashi and Sakura, they were able to seal away Kaguya with true planetary devastation. Then he ends up fighting Naruto. But we all knew this shit was gonna happen, man. It's like, it don't fucking matter and stuff, man. We knew this was gonna have to get the lick back, run back. And we knew who was gonna win too. Um, so it had to be written that way. I don't really care, other people, get upset or whatever. I'm like, yeah. Naruto and Sasuke fought for, basically a whole day. Lost their arms in the process, and he's like, I won't take over the village. I'll just, he'll atone and he'll, be a rogue shinobi. You know, he was, chained up and other things, and then, he was let go. And he's like, I have to, do some inner work and other things, but I'll come back to Elite when the time's right. It ain't right now, but, I'll come back. And they were friends at the end of the day, and they basically broke that curse that was, there, but they had to have that final battle beforehand. Um, but it's not written for Sasuke, that's why he lost. So keep that in mind when I say this shit. 98 for his strength, 98 for his speed, 97 for his durability, 97 for his endurance, 95 for his intelligence, 95 for his experience, 97 for his close skills, 98 for his range skills, 97 for his recovery, and 98 for his hacks. Overall power score, a 96.9. But be cool, calm the corner, and let me know what you think about Sasuke in the comments.